Alright, now this video is a video about how I see our economy. And a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, and that's fine. Okay, I don't expect many people to even agree with me to begin with. Maybe just a small handful. Anyways, so, big corporations, small companies, government, the president, individual people, regular citizens, we all play a vital role in the survival of the economy. Whether it's a big part or a small part, we all play some kind of vital role. Okay? The government obviously plays a vital role. Excuse me. So, why am I anti-government? Because it's simple. Now, people are going to disagree with me for saying this, but I've been saying it for years. The government does not give a fuck about its people. Why? Well, it may be sarcastic here, but I'm probably not too far from the truth. They want to pamper their bank accounts to make sure that shit goes their way. As in, if this bill doesn't affect, if this bill does not benefit me in any way, I'm not going to fucking pass it. That is probably their mentality. Has been for years. Alright, president. I don't know what's going on inside of his head, but what I can say is, yeah, he's doing a lot of good things. I'm not going to deny that. But he's also not really doing a whole lot of good things either. Obamacare. It's a bittersweet symphony with that thing. From what I understood of it, it requires people to have insurance if they don't get penalized. What the fuck is up with that? Now, Obamacare is also good because without it, my wife and I would have not have been able to cover our medical expenses when we had a baby. Okay? Now, that's not to say that I don't have money or I don't have insurance. I have both, okay? I got what I need, alright? I support my family just fine. But the fact is, like my in-laws were saying, without Obamacare, they would have not been able to backtrack our insurance because my wife was on her father's insurance until New Year's Eve or New Year's Day midnight this year. Like once the clocks turned 2013, her insurance was done. Now our son was born New Year's Eve, kind of late at night, so we got lucky. Apparently because of Obamacare, so I'm appreciative of that. But there are some things about it that are complete bullshit. Like, don't require people to get insurance if they can't afford it, okay? The economy's to blame for that one because our economy tanked ever since Bush went to fucking war. Okay, now we went to war to fight terrorism. Yes, understandable, okay? I'm not against that part. But it went on for 11 fucking years. Okay, it fucked up our economy. Okay? Yeah, war on terrorism is a great thing. I'm not going to deny that, okay? But there's some shit that's very necessary. Okay? It tanked our economy. On top of that, on top of tanking our economy, we have not done anything to try to resurrect the debt ceiling. We're at like, what, 16 trillion, I want to say? I don't even know what the number is right now. The last time I saw the number, it was around 16 trillion, okay? I'm sure it's been up since then, but that's the last number I saw. So, obviously it's going to be different now. But, Obama is spending money on shit we don't need, okay? We have issues with the food stamp programs. We got issues with the, Planned Parenthood programs. We got issues with so many fucking programs, okay? And, the food stamps thing is getting figured out because, there's a lot of fraudulent people getting food stamps that don't need it. They earn money. They don't need it. It's a whirlwind of issues, okay? We really can simplify a lot of things in a general sense. Not specific, because that gets way too detailed. But in a more generalized sense, there's a lot of shit we don't need that we can control. Okay? So, one thing that I noticed recently is the government wants to cut a lot of jobs. They want to cut pay. Now, here's my other problem that builds on this. CEOs have been getting a raise. Government officials get like 20, 30 million a year. Okay, the president earns like 10 million a year. Something like that. So, here's my proposal. Let's cut government jobs down to the ones that we absolutely vitally need. Okay? And if that means, a couple hundred, then that means a couple hundred. Okay? Just keep what is absolutely necessary to keep this nation running. Okay? Take out anything we don't need, because that's millions going down the drain. Alright? Another thing. Cut their salaries to maybe, let's say 100, 200,000 a year, okay, instead of 10, 20 million for those who don't need it, okay, even as much as 80, 90,000, that's generous. Fuck, you can make a damn good living off 80, 90,000 a year, okay? Now, the president, he should be making maybe $2 million a year. I'd be okay with that. $2 million, I'd be fine with. All right, but he's making 10, 20 million a year. That's fucking ridiculous. On top of that, we got Air Force One requiring shitloads of fuel. All right, what the hell? I mean, let's go on a side note for a brief minute, okay? We have two presidents of other foreign countries. I can't remember who they are, what country they're presidents for, but one president, a guy, I want to say it's an African country, but I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be in Europe. But he donates 90% of his profit to the needy and the homeless. He only keeps 10%. I mean, he's keeping less than I make a month, okay? And I'll admit, I make about $1,600 a month. He keeps about that much a month, so about what I can make. And that's after taxes, alright? He only keeps that much a month. He drives a beat-up piece of shit VW Bug. Old school. Alright? Then, second person, it's a young lady. I wish I could remember the name of the country she's a part of. I heard about the story last week. I want to say it was Wednesday or Thursday I read about this. Okay, she sold Air Force One and the limo to provide for her country's poor. Now, if that's not a selfless act on both their parts, I don't know what is. Okay, now my hat is off to them with a standing ovation. That is very admirable. Those are presidents I would be honored to live under. Now, let's go back to the point at hand here. Obama. He makes an ungodly amount of money. Okay, most of our government, John Kerry, Newt Gingrich, John Edwards, and I'm going to go on a name calling. These faggots make probably fucking 30, 40 million a year. I mean, it may be a little less than that, but they're making, 7, 8 figures, I want to say roughly. I mean, I'm not really sure how accurate that is, but at least 7 figures. Okay, 7 or 8 figures, I think. Whatever. No, I'll do the math later. Okay, fuck it. So they're making 20, 30 million a year. Maybe 40, 50, whatever. Okay, I mean, these guys are disgracing our nation. Not just the fact that they're doing infidelity, which is besides the whole point of conversation here, or point of topic here, but, they're hypocrites. John Edwards, let's take him for a quick example. He cheated on his cancer-ridden wife with some mistress in a different place. How fucked up is that? I mean, this guy doesn't deserve the shit he has. He deserves for his wife to divorce him. Not that I surely live much longer, which is very tragic. But your wife is sick and you're fucking some other bitch? Dude, what the hell? Seriously, you're stupid. Newt Gingrich has cheated on more wives than I've slept with less than 10 people my entire life, okay? I can count on, okay, I've only slept with 7 people in my life, okay, and I know that's a little too much TMI, but the reason I said that is because Newt Gingrich has cheated on probably 8 or 9 wives with God knows how many women in his time. The guy is powerful. The guy is powerful, and women feed off that. If he can give his dick in his pants, he'd be fine. Now, what's the point of all this? The point is this. These guys are corrupt and abusing their powers. And it's not just sexual shit. It's, financial. It's money. It's power. They're feeding off what they can get because they're little bottom feeders. They feed off our disadvantages. They feed off their own advantages. Okay, the New York Stock Exchange, the stock market, it fell. We fucked up. Okay, people are greedy. Corporations are greedy. Small companies are getting buried because these large companies are fucking greedy. Okay, a lot of them close down because they can't survive because big name corporations buy them out or they deplete them. Okay, this nation is fucked up. That's all there is to it. We need better people to run the nation. Politicians. God, they can't be even more corrupt than they already are. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Alright, this is the end of part 1. I gotta get going. I'll make a part 2 soon, alright? Peace out.